Hi, this is Don McAllister and welcome to another edition of Screencasts Online. Well, as you can see, I've taken delivery of a brand new HomePod. I opted for the white one rather than the space grey. I have some Sonos systems and they're all white, so I thought I'd stick with the white theme. I'm going to go through a quick pretend unboxing, and then we're going to have a look at setting up the HomePod and discussing really how it fits into the entire Apple ecosystem. So let's go ahead and open this lovely shiny box. As I say, this is a pretend unboxing. So obviously I've been playing with this for a little while. But here we have the HomePod itself in its nice little box. Lift it out. Now the cable is tied up much nicer than I have tied it up. But just to give you an idea, if I just place that on the countertop, the wooden countertop, but we'll talk about that shortly. We have some stickers. And we have, well, a single sticker in here and some instructions, but we don't really need those. It's pretty straightforward to set up. But before we set it up, a quick look at the device itself. And let me just untangle these wires. Okay, right. So first thing to point out is the covering mesh. It's a transparent, acoustically transparent white mesh. It has a spongy feel to it as well, and if you lift up the HomePod, it's quite a weight. It is quite a weighty beast. The power cord itself, strictly speaking, it's not detachable, although if you're brave, and Apple advise against this really, you can yank it out with a fair amount of force. I've seen some YouTube videos of people attempting that. I'm not going to attempt it. Apparently it's just as difficult to put it back in as well as yanking it out. But if you do need to pull it out, you take your life in your hands and just give it a quick yank. On the bottom, a bit of controversy. So a nice silicone rubber bottom. There are two pinholes I've noticed as well. That's probably for air porting or something similar with the movement of air within the device. Apple logo at the bottom. But this silicone rubber has proved to be a little bit of concern. If you have certain wooden tables, it will leave a white ring if you leave it on a polished table. So you might want to put it on a coaster or something else if you have an expensive table. It's pretty much like any device. If you've got an expensive table, you're not going to just plonk anything on top of it. You will protect the tabletop. But Apple have come in for some stick about the marking, the white marking on the bottom. Very, very heavy, very compact. You can feel there's a lot of electronics built in here. There's some huge magnets for the base driver, and there are lots of electronics built into this device, and you can tell just by feeling it just how much that is. On the top, it's currently just a plain white top at the moment, but when we start, you'll see some lights appear at the top. You'll also see a plus and a minus, which are the touch volume controls. But anyway, let me go ahead and I'll get my iPad and we'll set this up for the first time and we'll have a look at its operation.